If you've seen submissions in judo, you've probably seen Juji roll. "70% of submissions in judo are Juji Gatame, so it'll be pretty useful if you knew how to do it. I'm going to go through it in depth, show you some of the tips, tricks, and places you don't want to mess up. I'm Miles Solomon. I'm a world and European medalist in Paralympic judo. I win 50% of my fights on the ground by submission, and this is Juji Gatame roll in depth. I'm going to break this down into 3 parts: the catch, the roll, and the finish. Let's look at the catch first. This is the most important bit of the roll. One leg goes through. My foot that is through is hooking onto my partner's thigh. If we just turn 90 degrees, you can see my foot is hooking onto my partner's thigh. I'm able to create tension off this. I can pull, I can extend my leg to create tension. I can push my leg down onto her head with this leg. But the point here is that I'm not touching the floor except for my head and my hands. Everything is on my partner. All the weight is on my partner. So I'm in the catch. I'm going to bring one hand through, goes through their arm. I grab my own kit. This is the catch. You can either have the arm closest to the head, or you can have the arm closest to the feet. This is a personal preference thing. I prefer close to the head. I will talk through the advantages of both in a minute. Now, the roll in Juji Gatame is the most misunderstood bit. I've got my catch. Everyone thinks that my goal is to roll. It's not. It's to do Juji Gatame. I want to try and apply Juji Gatame here as strong as possible. How I'm going to do that? I'm going to be extending my hips. My partner's hand comes out, and I can apply Juji Gatame face down. I'm creating tension with my leg on her torso, and my shin on her head. So I can put my shin under her head, and I can push my hips to the floor. Her hand comes out, I finish my Juji Gatame. But where's the roll, you might ask? The roll is not something I need. The roll is her reaction to not wanting to be arm locked. Once I'm in this position, I'm creating tension. You notice how the first thing she does is her head goes down and her hips come up? That reduces the tension on her arm. And then she's like, oh, if I roll, maybe he won't arm lock me. She obviously hasn't watched one of my tutorials yet. But now I'm at the point where I can finish. She's rolled because she didn't want to be arm locked. I gave her a couple of seconds of thinking she wasn't going to be. And then she found out. So, obviously, our partners sometimes will roll. We can aid them in that roll. And not only am I aiding them when I grab, for example, the trouser leg, I'm also controlling them so they can't run away. Okay? I'm going to come through, grab the arm, begin applying tension. My shoulder comes to the ground. I'm no longer on my head because I'm trying to create even more tension, trying to use my core. I grab the leg. This is because when she rolls, I need to control her. I need to hold her up, because if I don't, she's going to sit up, she's going to run away. Oh no, I just lost it. That's really frustrating. I don't want that to happen. So I come in, I apply tension, I grab the leg. As she begins to roll, I'm holding it. I pull it up towards the head so that they can't keep rolling. And then I bring my leg over their face to control the roll. Then I can let go, readjust, and begin doing my attack. You can also do this with the arm that is closest to the feet. With this, I come through and grab my leg. The reason this one can be beneficial is because of the way that I'm driving off of my back leg, my right leg, the one closest to the feet. I'm able to use my core more to apply tension. That arm can come out more easily. This is the one Neil Adams used to do. Once he's got to this position, he's just going to begin squeezing with his legs, and he can finish from here. There's no roll needed. It's harder for them to roll because I have this hand to stop them rolling. I can apply more tension with my torso. So you don't always need to roll with Juji roll. It's a terrible name. I know I named the video, shut up. We finish by putting our hips to the ground. And now let's look at a few different ways of finishing. Come in, grab the leg. We roll at quarter. I'm sure we've all gotten to this position before. Simplest way. I'm going to circle to the head. Boom. Easily breaks the grips. To finish, we squeeze our legs together and push our hips up. I'm not going to go into the finishing mechanics of Juji Gatame too much. I'm sure that if you're watching this video, you already know how to do that safely. So, we're in here. I've got the arm. Some people just they'll pull so hard. No. I want to create an angle. Same with grip breaks standing up, same as grip breaks on the ground. Create an angle going along the kit is much easier than going against the kit. So some people will bring both hands through, some people bring one. I come through and I put my hand on my own leg, because that allows me to like nutcracker her hand off. It just gives me an extra piece of leverage. I'm gonna lean towards the head, boom, that pops off, I'm controlled, I can finish my Juji. Other ways, we can finish this. Some people put their hand on their wrist and then put that other hand on the opponent's wrist. And they figure four and they push up, and this causes a lot of pain on your partner's forearm and bicep, so that when you release that tension, they're gonna let go. Because all they're thinking about when you're in this position is, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, this really hurts. They're no longer thinking about their actual grip. So when I release that, their arm comes towards me. One final grip break. Don't do this to people unless you hate them or they're your lovely girlfriend.
Great.
This is really mean, and it's the kind of thing that you can do in competition, but I probably wouldn't do to your friends. If I extend my leg out, the leg that's on their face, I'm just gonna bounce my leg off of their face. This isn't nice, okay? I'm not advocating doing this to people. I'm gonna do it once to Kirsten, and I'm gonna apologize to her. But the point here, this isn't like a strike, but it's just enough that I'm going to be giving them something to think about that isn't their hand. So when I go, boom, I'm able to bring their hand off because they were thinking about something that wasn't their grip. I love you so much.
You'll be dinner.
One final finish from here that I absolutely love is, we've got to this position, maybe I'm just not making it happen. I'm going to grab the skirt with my free hand, pass it into the hand that was holding my lapel, come across, I'm going to grab their far leg, osaikomi, Juji Gatame, or no, this is a uki gatame, sorry. Uki gatame, float and hold. From here, they're like, oh my God, I'm in osaikomi, the ref's counting down. That's when their hand comes off because they're like, oh no, boom, we can switch back to our Juji. Final point on the grip on this arm, the further through your hand is, the stronger this grip will be. The stronger the tension, the more you are tying their arm to your torso. If your hand's just on the forearm like this is not my torso, this is not my core, this is my biceps trying to pull them in. My biceps aren't as strong as Kirsten's grip. Now I'm going to be using my back, my lats, some other sports science words that I'm not very good at. I'm going to be able to use that set of muscles break her grip. Judo is not about using one big muscle, it's about using lots of medium muscles all at the same time. I'm going to show you the whole thing nice and quickly one more time. Juji roll. If this video is useful, you'll probably find my video on Sangaku roll, the technique that I won a European silver medal with, also just as useful. If you want to follow me on my blind judo journey into international visually impaired judo, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Sorry, Made.